So you see, most professional footballers love football. They live for it. They breathe it. They obsess over every touch, every run, every blade of grass. It's not just a job, it's an identity. And that obsession, that's what separates good players from the great ones. Because football is brutal. Talent alone is never enough. It demands resilience, obsession, sacrifice, the kind that consumes you. Now let me ask you something. What if I told you that one of the most devastating players of the modern era, one of the fastest, strongest clutch performers football has ever seen, didn't like football all that much? He treated it like a job. Clock in, deliver, clock out. Before nonchalance became cool, before aura became currency, before players like Maicon made indifference look fashionable, there was a serial winner, a man for the biggest moments, a footballer who made the impossible feel routine. From left back to winger to Galactico, a player who arrived in Madrid with a world record fee, outpricing legends, completing a trio that would win for fun. This is Gareth Bale. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say this. He didn't like football. Imagine if he did. Gareth Bale didn't grow up dreaming of Ballon d'Ors. He grew up running past people. In Cardiff, his athleticism was obvious early. Explosive speed, natural power, a body that felt built for elite sport. At Southampton, he wasn't a winger, he wasn't a forward. He was a left back, and not even a glamorous one. But even from deep, something felt different. Free kicks bending physics, overlapping runs that defenders couldn't time. A player who didn't look like he was trying, yet couldn't be caught. Then Tottenham happened. And this is where football met something it had never fully seen before. Harry Redknapp moved him up the pitch, and football blinked. Suddenly, Bale wasn't overlapping, he was overpowering. The moment that changed everything came in Milan, at San Siro in the Champions League against Maicon, the best right back in the world at the time. Bale didn't just beat him, he destroyed him. Once, twice, again and again. Raw pace, brutal directness, a left foot that felt violent. Then the world took note. By 2012-2013, Gareth Bale wasn't just Tottenham's best player, he was unstoppable. 40-yard screamers, solo goals, last-minute winners, not with flair, not with joy, but with cold efficiency. Putting that season's performance against the very best individual seasons in the Premier League, then Europe noticed. Real Madrid came calling, and not quietly, with £85 million, a world record transfer at the time, more than Cristiano Ronaldo, more than Zinedine Zidane. The pressure was immediate. He was moving to a new country, a new language, a new spotlight. And here is the irony. At the biggest club on earth, surrounded by football obsession, Gareth Bale wasn't obsessed, but when the moment demanded him, he delivered. Copa del Rey final, Barcelona. Marc Bartra thinks he's won the duel. Bale runs off the pitch, then back on, then past him. A sprint that defied anatomy, a goal that redefined clutch. Champions League final, Lisbon, 2014. Extra time, tension choking the air. Bale rises above everyone, scores a header. Job done, on to the next. Then Kiev, 2018. He comes off the bench and produces one of the greatest goals in football history. Marcelo floats the ball in. Then Bale hits a bicycle kick so clean it still doesn't feel real. 2 goals, final decided, and legacy stamped. 5 Champions Leagues, decisive goals whenever Real Madrid needed him, and history made, and yet the love was never returned.
It's obvious it's a challenging time for you, Madrid. However, you manage sort of your personal side from your professional side out there. But how good is it for you to be back in Wales? Because we saw, obviously, when you joined up the squad on Sunday, everyone picks up the photographs of you smiling. Now, it doesn't mean that you never smiled before, but how sort of good is it for you to be back in an environment like this with Wales?
No, I think everyone knows how much I love coming away with Wales.
When injuries started piling up, whistles replaced applause, and then came the banner, Wales, Golf, Madrid, in that order. To some, it was disrespect. To Bale, it was honesty. Football was his profession, not his passion. Golf was. And maybe that was what made him different. He didn't burn himself out chasing validation. He didn't live for the noise. He showed up, did the job, delivered trophies, and left. Now here is the uncomfortable truth. Gareth Bale achieved what millions dream of, without loving the game, without obsession, without romanticism, just physical gifts, intelligence, and timing. Now imagine, just imagine, if he loved football the way others did, if obsession matched ability. How high was the ceiling? I guess we'll never know. And maybe that's the most Gareth Bale thing of all.